south on 3 Points Road.
There's an auditor called Direct D, and I thought he did a really good job on this video right here that he uploaded about 3 days ago, and I wanted to highlight it. It's the name of this video is "Two Cops Become Unstable in My Presence and Then Things Get Interesting. I Don't Answer Questions." It's really, like, to me, the psychological instruction that you get out of these kind of videos, just when a cop reveals what's really inside of him and it comes out, says everything. So these social experiments or psychological experiments or whatever you call it, really intrigues me because I really like learning how people tick, what makes people tick, and then when they verbalize what they think, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So you know whatever they're saying, especially when they say it with passion like these cops, you know that is what's in their heart. This is how they're really feeling. They truly believe that they have a higher claim over your life and property than you. And this demonstrates that right here.
Okay. Do you have a vape pen in there? Is there any THC in that?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Sir, please don't stand behind us.
These cops are doing their job. There's absolutely no reason for you to record.
That's cognitive dissonance right here. That's also interesting to me. This is something that you don't see a whole lot on auditing videos is, okay, the cops are harassing this girl right here. And this girl right here, rather than standing up for the rights of the guy recording, she's standing up for the right, I put that loosely, of these cops to invade her space, to harass her, to issue a citation, and basically initiate roadside extortion. It's like a micro sliver of Stockholm syndrome. So you have the captors, the oppressors, and you have the oppressed, and now the oppressed one, the victim, is speaking out on behalf of her oppressor. It's just fascinating.
Okay. I understand you have the right to
Say whatever I want, stay in here. Shut the dude. Here's the Constitution too. What's your name?
Hey,
Like, I'm trying to
don't
see your
walk
name.
up
I'm
on
trying
me
to
like
see
that.
your name.
You
You
do
better
that
calm
again,
down.
we're gonna have an issue.
Oh yeah? What's the issue gonna be?
What's the issue?
What's up, everybody?
Okay, here we go.
Just do me a favor, if you don't mind just backing up. You can back up just a little bit, or you can go over here, if you're good with that.
If you're good with that. She was
What's
quite
up, everybody?
unsure
Did you
of
catch a
herself.
little eye roll there? I gave her a creepy smile. All right, everybody. So today's video is going to be interesting. This is our footage from the other Saturday out in Gilbert, Arizona, when I was out with AZ Unfiltered and Tempe Against Police Violence. Be sure to go check out their channels. They were also filming. Now, this first stop, the female officer asked me to back up very respectfully, very politely. So I just ignored her and smiled at her, and she ignored me for the rest of the stop, and that was it. The second one you're about to see went a little bit different, but had the same result. The officer ignored us, and we had friendly conversation afterwards. Check it out. Smile. There you go. Perfect thumbnail, bro.
Yeah, fuck. What are you gonna do?
Nothing. I'm not gonna do anything. No headlights. Do an intersection with no headlights. You know you can refuse any of these tests, man.
Nah, it's fine. He's doing his job.
Look at that. There you go. Stockholm Syndrome again. No, it's fine. He's doing his job. I don't mind being detained and oppressed and harassed. Leave me alone. Leave me to be detained, harassed, and oppressed.
You're doing your job, and I respect that.
All right, you have valid license and everything.
I don't even know what to say about that level of bootlicking right there.
Can I have you hang out here at the sauce bubbles real quick? Or I just go,
Okay.
Matt.
Matt, my name's Mike.
Nice to meet you guys.
And I don't think that you're parenting, but dude, you gotta pay attention to what you're doing. You have to do that.
Don't drive the ET anymore.
Here's the thing, dude.
All right, so y'all have a good night, sir.
Thanks. You guys have a good one.
You
You
too.
guys find anything interesting tonight, Chris?
Hey, see?
Oh.
Knows me by name.
We know each other plenty of times. See super
Nah, I'm
nice
just
guy.
kidding.
See super
Nah, I'm
nice
just
guy.
kidding.
See super
Nah, I'm
nice
just
guy.
kidding.
Why do you guys do that?
They're out
Make
here
sure they
worried
follow
to
the
make
rules.
Sure that we're not doing anything we're not supposed
Make
to.
sure they don't do exactly.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about them. We from...
None of you guys
You guys
ever
have
bothered me,
banana?
and it's completely
All right,
you guys
hey.
are right. There ain't nothing wrong with
That's
doing any of
crazy.
that
They
stuff.
got
So.
cheap. That's crazy. But you guys have to take...
Hey, I gave him a
You guys
card.
have a
You guys
good one.
check that stuff out. Hey, you guys have a good night. Be safe, man.
Have a good one, Peter.
All right, so that's 2 stops in Gilbert on the same night. I spoke to the subjects. I was standing close. I was standing behind them. They didn't really seem to have any issues, at least not these officers. And that one specific field training officer that I was talking to that said I was a nice guy, that said we've never had any problems before, he's a nice guy. He's never been on my YouTube channel until now, and I just wanted to put him on there to highlight that there is good officers in Gilbert. Now, I put those 2 videos.
See, I would only disagree with Direct D on this. I mean, he was acting good right then. How many people has he abused? How many people has he extorted? How many people's lives has he ruined under the guise of the war on drugs, which is really a war on people? So I would put all that stuff in parentheses. And it's not so much I'm disagreeing with what Direct D's saying here, but maybe I am. But I want to respectfully disagree because I think that we all want to see good in other people, including people who wear uniform. We want to believe that they're being good people all the time, and they're only here to serve and protect. And with law enforcement, that's not the case at all. That's why I constantly make the argument there are 3 kinds of cops. There's the corrupt, imbecile cop who doesn't mind trampling your rights. And then there's the cop who sees the corrupt, imbecile cop trampling people's rights and he doesn't say anything. So basically he's complicit in the first cop's crime. So you got 2 criminals. And then you got the third cop who goes, you know what? I can't take this. I've been on the force for 1.5, 2 years. And I see all this corruption and I see the hypocrisy of cops speeding through the neighborhood, not wearing their seatbelts, but they'll be the first ones to issue a speeding ticket to somebody who's not a cop and give them a seatbelt ticket and just economically terrorize them. I see all this stuff that's going on with the drug war. So you got the whistleblowing cop. So you got the corrupt cop. The guy's not going to say anything about the corrupt cop. And then the guy who's going to say something about all the corruption that he sees. And he doesn't remain a cop very long, historically speaking. So I'll have to agree to disagree. Maybe he was nice right there. That's about as far as I would take it because I would not put it past these guys to inflict heavy damages on people in the name of the war on drugs or pulling somebody over or causing a huge disturbance, driving 107 miles an hour on the freeway trying to get, a speeder. Now you got 2 people on the road driving erratically, putting everybody in danger. So I would say that while cops have the capacity to be nice, I bet the Nazi SS soldiers were nice to people they wanted to be nice to also when it worked out in their favor.
Videos up first to contrast what you're about to see with these last officers that we filmed at the end of the night on Power Road in Gilbert, Arizona. Be sure to stick around to the end when the LT shows up after we called for a supervisor so we could put on-site complaints in on the officer that you're about to meet.
Okay. Do you have a vape pen in there?
I have a nicotine device.
Okay. Is there any THC in that?
This is a fishing expedition. Is it a crime to have a vape pen? Is it a crime to have THC? I'm not talking about legal or illegal. Is it a crime? These guys aren't interested in getting crime off the street. They're interested in harassing people who are non-law enforcement so that they can meet a particular kind of quota. This is a fishing expedition where it's probably a good idea for you not to answer any questions or even talk to these cops.
I have 2 vape juice bottles. One, both of them are 50. I have a apple reds, and I have a apple mango, and I have a apple cherry.
So both of them 737. Okay. So there's no THC. So you did say that this
He
was
called 906 already.
your vehicle, correct?
Don't answer any of his questions. He's looking for a reason to arrest you right now, young lady.
19. Okay, so you are considering this vote. You understand that, correct?
You have the right to remain silent.
My partner asked.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Just because
If you ask for a lawyer, he'll stop asking you questions. Isn't that right? Did you read her rights before you're asking her questions?
The lone nut says in the chat room, you need to walk a few months in a cop's shoes. That'd be like saying you need to walk a few months in a carjacker's shoes, or you need to walk a few months in an extortion racketteer's shoes, or a mafia member's shoes. No, you don't. Or you need to walk a couple months in a pedophile's shoes to fully understand what's going on here. Guys, you don't need to do that to understand what criminal activity is. You don't need to do that to understand what harassment is. You don't need to do that to understand that when you ask the question, now, what if we asked the cops the exact same questions that they ask us? What if we did to cops the exact same thing that they did to us? They would arrest us for criminal activity. They would arrest us. What if we said, hey, we need you to put your hands on the steering wheel. We need you to get out of the car. You need to get out of the car right now. I'm giving you a lawful order. And if they don't get out of the car, then you drag them out and you cuff them with a torture cuffs, and then you rifle through their police car. What do you think would happen to you? You'd be going downtown so quick it would make your head spin. So no, you don't need to walk a couple months in a cop's shoes, because a cop is there to protect and serve the state, not the people, the state. The cop is there to increase the coffers of the state by way of traffic cites, traffic violations, seatbelt tickets, speeding, drug enforcement. They're there to generate revenue. That's why we call them road pirates, because that is just true. Does that mean you're just a frickin' cop hater? And it's about truthers are all anti-cancel culture, yet they're the first to cancel culture cops. I don't understand how calling out clear corruption and a violation of the non-aggression principle is being on board with what's the equivalence of the woke cancel culture. Don't get that at all. You can objectively observe that these people are committing criminal activity. How? Reverse it. Reverse the roles. If you did exactly to the cop what they're doing to you, they would at least charge you with harassment, assault, violation of the Fourth Amendment. They're constantly violation of the First, Second, and Fourth Amendment.
Don't consent to searches. Don't answer their questions. You have the right to say no. You have the right to remain silent.
Yep.
Absolutely. I completely understand that.
just because she's
Okay, but what I'm telling you is that it doesn't matter if your mom does or not. You understand? Just watch me.
Yeah, it's not really about that lone nut. The only way that those political parasites laws, which are most of them are immoral, the only way they take shape in regular society is through law enforcement. If the law enforcement, this kind of makes my point. If the law enforcement agent chooses to be a conformist, doing what he's told regardless of what is right, not asking any questions like, yeah, I'm going to enforce the drug laws. Yeah, they went 7 miles over the speed. I'm going to introduce that or give them that $225 ticket. They are no longer moralists. They are no longer doing what is right. And they cannot use an excuse as an excuse. Well, it was the law and I had to obey it. I just do what I'm told. I don't write the laws. I just enforce them. Just following orders. When have we heard that before? Just following orders. Hey, I don't write the laws. I'm just following orders. That absolves me of all the evil I'm about to do to you. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Not in reality.
Yeah, they were nice.
Okay.
We're dangerous. We got cameras, career killing cameras, shooting 30 frames a second. Watch out.
It doesn't work that way. Because she's not here. Your mom has
You have the option to remain silent, young lady. I suggest you take it. If you ask for a lawyer, he'll stop asking you questions.
I'm going to go okay. Start at 6. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to fool you.
Way you do that.
Not trying to trick you. Yes, they are. I'm not trying to deceive you. Yes, they are. They're trained to deceive. They're trained to trick. They're trained to get you to say something that gives them justification to go rifle through your car.
Okay. Like calling your mom right now.
Bye-bye.
Doesn't change anything.
No, I know.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get out of the way. We're gonna come step over here. Okay.
Okay.
That's right. We're just gonna come step over here. That includes you.
Oh, that.
Yeah. We're gonna come step right over here. Okay.
Here's what we're going to do. Here's the deal. About to violate your rights. Trample your will. I love that all these cameras are around. Love it.
So, after I had spoken my piece to the young lady that was detained and she ignored me, I was content to stand there and continue documenting the rest of the stop silently until these two jackwagons decided to engage me. Now, I thought they were smart and they weren't going to say anything to me, but the reality is they were just looking for a reason to say something about something else. Watch.
Sir, please don't stand behind us, okay?
Do you have a reason to record?
Yeah, they
Do
know
you
what
have a
it is.
reason to record?
I don't need one.
Look at
I'm
this.
sorry, but do you need a reason to record? There's no reason for you to record. These cops are
But look at this cop letting her talk because it's like, oh yeah, a member of the public is actually sticking up for us against you, evil cameraman. Look at this guy's face. He's so content with her backing and backing the oppressor. The guy who's violating her is getting the backing from the person he's violating. Just let that sink in for a second.
their job. There's absolutely no reason for you to record.
She's on
They're
your
pulling
side.
me over.
Yeah, they're
because
trying to take you to
concerned.
jail.
Huh?
You should probably be quiet.
Okay. I understand you have the right to
Say
film.
whatever
don't
I
have a
want. Stay in
problem.
here. Shut the
Go
fuck
ahead.
up, dude.
Go ahead.
That's a good point right here. Notice how the alleged drunk girl is allowed to speak, but as soon as I speak to her, it becomes interfering.
Your mouth.
You are
Shut your mouth.
interfering
I'm
with
not
our
interfering. That's a
investigation
physical
right
act.
now,
Interstander who has
Did I
no
did I
You are
did I mess with
interfering
your
with our
evidence?
investigation
Did I
right
get in your
now.
way?
You are interfering
Call
with
your
our
supervisor.
investigation right
Call
now.
your supervisor.
I don't need to.
Yeah, you do. I just asked for your supervisor, and you need to identify
Are
yourself
you
for
part of
policy.
this?
No, who are you?
Code
Do
of
you
conduct
have
number
any-
73. What's your name and badge number? Hey, I want a supervisor here.
Step back over here.
I want a
When I'm done with
supervisor
this
here.
investigation,
I don't give a fuck. I'm requesting a supervisor. Do you want a complaint for not identifying yourself? Hey, dumb shit. All three of you need to identify now. All three of you need to identify. Don't hey nothing. I'm on the sidewalk. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. I got laws in my
talking to him
pocket.
right here.
You want to see some laws? You want to see some laws? I got ARSs. Which laws do you want to see? There's all the ARSs right there, tough guy. Here's a Constitution too. What am I doing wrong? Interfering's right here in the pile somewhere. You want to grab it? Yeah, I didn't think so, asshole.
Unfortunately, we have to deal with this.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Should have just shut the fuck up. Yeah, I need your name and your badge number.
So you got Chris, Direct D here, there to protect this girl and to protect her rights and to videotape in case anything goes down that she might need to take to court with her for her liberty, and she's going to speak out against him and for the cops. Just amazing.
Name and badge number. We're trying to take you to jail. You shouldn't be barking at me. You should be keeping your mouth shut. You should learn your rights and stand on them. They're trying to take you to jail. They're not your friends. What part of that don't you understand? We're here filming them.
They're doing their fucking job.
So when you're
dude.
sitting
What
in
are you
jail,
doing?
telling them they're doing their job.
What are you doing? You're standing there acting like you're someone who's cooperating in this fight. You're not.
You don't even make any sense. You're making it worse for yourself. That part about remaining silent is good.
I change verses. Hi, my name's Hannah. I change verses all the time. I have photos in my.
This is a unique video. To have a member of the public lash out against the cameraman on behalf of the law enforcers is quite unique.
Each other just because I know that I changed
Hey, tough guy, I still need your name and badge number.
Did you go to I did.
They're not making sure you're safe to drive. They're trying to arrest you.
We walk over to that park.
That's why they're asking you about THC. You walk wherever you want. I'm going to follow you.
We'll walk over there.
Very careful what you bark at me. Walk yourselves right into a lawsuit. Not out here on accident, dumbasses. Need your name and badge number and a supervisor. Supervisor, I'm going to file a complaint for failing to identify if you don't identify.
My name over there.
You know, you didn't.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
Didn't hear me? That's your problem.
Say it again. This is your last chance. I didn't think so. What's your name?
Hey,
Like, I'm trying to
don't
see your
walk
name.
up
I'm
on
trying
me
to
like
see
that.
your name.
You
You
do
better
that
calm
again,
down.
we're gonna have an issue.
Oh yeah? What's the issue gonna be?
Do
I'm not
walk
detained.
up on us right now.
I'm not a suspect. If you touch me, we're gonna have
You were
problems.
about
You're
to
fucking
interfere.
right. I'm allowed to defend myself. You better check yourself. I got fucking laws in my pocket. I'm not out here on accident. What's your name?
It's Dolan.
Dolan, dumbass Dolan. Think I got any warrants?
Maybe, Christopher. You do.
Maybe I do.
We'll find out in a second.
Yeah.
You have a long criminal history, though.
I sure do.
Yes, you do.
Sure do.
Convicted felon.
I sure am.
Yes, you are.
See, that's the kind of lone nut. That's the kind of conversation that leads down the wrong way. Because you hate cops, because cop hate goes along with anti-white BLM hate. Injustice is injustice. And injustice committed against one man anywhere is injustice committed against all men everywhere. It's why you hate cops. You have been mainstream media brainwashed. Mainstream media, leftist media, wants to defund cops, quote unquote, defund cops, but they acknowledge that they have authority, that they're officials, that they can tell you what to do, that you need to comply with the authorities, that you need, I mean, it's like the person who's brainwashed is the person who's not speaking out against this. To equate somebody who's actually calling out legitimate or illegitimate injustice, true injustice, to equate them on the level of BLM is to absolutely throw up a straw man. Completely throw up a straw man. When you can give ironclad proof that these people are actually committing crimes, violating their oath, trampling the Fourth Amendment right to be secure in your person's houses, papers, and effects, and you can demonstrate and show that, and any logical, moral, reasoning person can see that and acknowledge it, and then you equate that to, oh, it's because it's anti-white BLM hate. Come on. That's not even having an honest conversation. So only when they make them stop right-wing protesters does the media. So that doesn't make what they're doing right. We got to go back to your accusation of putting that on the same plane as anti-white BLM rhetoric. You've lost the argument. You've lost the argument.
And what relevance does this information pertain to you having it?
Now, if you can show where I'm wrong, if you can show where Direct D's wrong, that might be a conversation worth having. Then we can correct it.
You're a felon.
It's okay, but why do you have that information? Huh?
Go ahead.
We don't know each other, do we? See, that's a policy violation right there. You're not supposed to have that information unless you have a reason to. Stupid. You guys are so stupid. You should just keep your mouth shut. Do you know your policy back and forth like I do?
Oh, wow.
No warrants.
Isn't that interesting and curious and sad and ironic all at the same time? A guy with a camera knows more about the policies than the policy enforcers themselves. It's their job. That's their profession, to know and enforce the policy. And yet a guy with a camera walking up on the public sidewalk knows, I don't know, 20 times more than they do.
You walk up on me like that, we're gonna have a problem. You know, Arizona's a stand your ground state. I gotta be detained. I gotta be a suspect or under arrest, buddy. You touch me, that's an unlawful use of force. punk.
The lady that we're doing the investigation on is asking you to leave.
I don't care. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
You're not wanted here.
You're not wanted here. You know you're going to be...
He's not wanted there by the road pirates. He's not wanted there by the woman who's probably about to go to jail at the hands of the road pirates, but he is wanted there by freedom-loving people who want to shine the light of truth on what's going on with policing in America today.
You're famous in the morning, right? Yeah. Yeah, so what? I'm a business owner too. Yeah. I am, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You know a lot about me. You should know that. That's right. Fucking losers. You're the only smart one being quiet. You're so mad over there, dude. You're so mad. You didn't identify either. I need your name and badge number. What was your name and badge number? You don't want to get in trouble either, right? What's your name and badge number? Code of conduct number 73. You're supposed to identify to a member of the public when asked. I've literally got a picture of the code of conduct on my phone. So you're not going to identify? Not saying anything is a refusal to identify, which makes you guilty of a policy violation. You know that, right? You don't care? Told you.
Dude, go the fuck away. No one cares about your goddamn opinion.
Oh, she's getting arrested. She is literally, she's still supporting the road pirates while she's getting the torture cuffs on her wrists. This is amazing. This is an amazing level of, like, this is a beast level psychological operation, cognitive dissonance, Stockholm syndrome that she's all wrapped up in. Amazing. And that cop not giving his name and badge number when he just gave the code violation, his own policy violation from that cop's own department, is like a little 2-year-old that you tell not to do something and they do it, or you tell them to do something and they don't do it. Just very childish, very immature.
A bystander.
That's
Let's
right.
go right now.
That's right. I don't
I'm
care either.
not in any complaints with anything.
If you're under the influence, you shouldn't be on the road. So enjoy your night in jail.
That $5,000 fine for DUI.
Yeah. Enjoy the fines, the probation, going to court. I don't like drunk drivers, but I still think you should know your rights. So.
Wow.
So failure to identify. I'll be going down to Gilbert Police Department. I will get your name and badge number. You will get a complaint. You are going to get found guilty of it. Look, I'm walking right behind you.
There actually is no roadside.
I'm right behind you.
Look at that. What a little baby.
Oh, the tough guy with the flashlight. Look, we got one too, stupid.
He's such a
Now,
baby.
you can't see and I'm behind you. This is definitely a safety risk.
Called prior restraint, dickhead.
Oh, I know. What a loser.
Exercise, prior restraint.
Canine officer. Which vehicle are you going to get into?
She's getting arrested, and she probably would have been better off if she didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I have a lot of clothes and purses and
Flashlight erased.
That what he's doing with that flashlight right there, that can actually be construed as a violation of the First Amendment right to freedom of the press. He's actually violating his ability to get footage for a public interest story.
Sucker.
tell you what my ID is. I've changed purses. I have a purse addiction. To be honest, could not tell you where my ID is. Half the time I don't know where my card is. I rely on Apple Pay. So
Can't stand purses.
She's going to jail.
I'm very cold. That's
I'm going to walk around. I don't like this light. Can't blind all of us, sucker. We got 8BA, 1A, and A. Supervisor.
And you don't leave until I get that supervisor.
The one shining his flashlight on strobe, don't leave until I get a supervisor here.
Oh, he's gonna be famous in the morning. You're gonna regret having that fucking attitude tonight.
When do you want to kind of push it?
Supervisor. You call one, asshole. How old are you? You call one.
God, that cop's immature.
Yeah, you stay.
You need to stay here.
You stay till
Isn't that your policy?
No, there's a supervisor.
Have him stay till
sorry.
he gets here.
Why are you running, dude? You can't face the fucking music like a man when your boss gets here. Stay here until your supervisor gets here. Chicken shit.
Your name and vagina number.
What's your name and vagina number? That's right.
Come on, sweet sexy. Name and vagina number.
Both of you assholes harassing me, threatening me.
Unit 2561.
2561 is K9. You are so dumb, you know that? Are you the supervisor? I need to file a complaint on this officer right here.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right. When he starts barking
Okay.
at me and giving me
In the middle of investigation.
doesn't make a complaint in on this officer for failing to identify per policy 73 of
Okay.
Code of Conduct.
Okay.
I'm sure you're familiar with it as a supervisor,
Well, he's
right?
in the middle of investigation.
Doesn't matter. When he starts barking
Okay.
at me and giving me orders, I need his name and
Okay.
badge number. When he refuses to identify, I've given him plenty of
Sir.
opportunity.
Sir.
Go ahead and speak your piece.
All right. We've already been through this multiple times. All
Me
right.
and you have?
No.
I've never spoken to you.
You haven't.
No.
This is my first. I've been pretty lucky. All right. So here's the situation.
Do
All
it
right.
right.
What would you like? What do you need from him?
I'm putting in a formal complaint right now.
Okay.
He already refused to identify. It's too late for a
Okay.
name.
Was he in
I'm
the-
going to go put a records request in for his name,
Okay,
his badge number, his salary,
do
disciplinary
that.
history. Are you under any investigations? That kind of
Okay.
stuff.
Is there anything
but
else we can do for you as far as
Are you taking my complaint right now?
I'm taking your complaint,
Okay, I
yes.
need you to write down my
I know
email
your-
address.
I got your
You've got
information.
everything?
Yeah.
Perfect. So
Got your
how long
information.
until I hear back from you on the complaint?
I will file a complaint. It'll go up to IA. You can get it from them. They'll
Alright,
advise
so-
you just like you know the process. So.
I sure
Okay.
do.
Next is mine.
Okay.
He, not knowing medical conditions of either one of us, is using the strobe on his flashlight and shining it directly in our face.
That is blatant harassment.
And that could cause injury. It says on flashlights as well as laser pointers that if you shine a flashlight or laser pointer directly in someone's eyes, it could cause injury to the eyes.
So your complaint
Now-
is that he put a flashlight in your eye?
Yes, I'm making a complaint because
Your
he put the
complaint's
strobe.
harassment,
The
right?
strobe.
Hold on a minute.
Now, if I had epilepsy,
Listen, you have to be specific. Was he harassing you? Is that your complaint? Is it harassment?
yes, that's
is it
it's harassment. It's
unprofessionalism?
me trying to film him in his professional duties. He's using his flashlight to harass me. He does not know my medical conditions, if I have epilepsy
Maybe
or not.
conduct unbecoming.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Darian.
You have a reason?
Can I listen to him?
Oh yeah, I'm talking through you. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, why don't you go over there?
Yeah, you want to come over here and chat with me? So I'm not
You,
talking.
you don't need to chat
interrupting?
to him. You're filing a complaint on him. So.
So what?
you don't
I
need
can
to
still
do
talk.
that.
All right.
Don't
So
be
just go over
rude,
there
dude.
so I can talk to him.
Don't make it worse. Don't be
I'm
rude.
not being rude.
You're being rude. Don't
All
be
right?
rude.
No,
don't be
I'm not
rude.
being rude.
Don't be rude.
Nah, you don't know me.
You don't know me either, dude.
I know a little bit.
You think you do. What you see on
What's your-
YouTube and what you're
480
told.
what?
593.
That's all you know. See, he's not getting a complaint because he identified grudgingly, but he did.
He was
He's
the
still
one-
going to be famous tomorrow.
He was the one who got hot on you first.
Oh, I know.
Darren at what? Gmail?
Gmail.
Follow your policy. That's cop law. You don't have to follow the law, but you do have to follow your policy.
Breaking policy is the easiest way to get him fired.
Oh, I know.
All right. So your complaint is what exactly?
Not when they shoot
He
somebody
was
running
using
away.
the strobe on his flashlight to obstruct the camera view, which is harassment.
It's really a violation of the First Amendment. It's freedom of press. When you are using your camera to record a story that the public would be absolutely interested in, it's a public interest story, and you infringe upon that, you have violated the First Amendment. I would say that that's a big deal.
Know my medical conditions, if I have epilepsy or not. He could have caused me to have a seizure on the side of
Do
this
you have
road.
epilepsy?
I don't have to give that information.
Okay. Well, I'm just.
It's
Do you need medical attention based on the officer's actions?
No, it's a situation that could possibly happen. What's your name and badge number, sir?
Which one?
The one I'm placing the complaint on.
LT, you want me to tell him?
Yes.
Dude, it's your policy. You have to. What part of that don't you understand?
All right.
Jesus Christ. That's,
all ears.
Hey, LT,
3096.
that is ignorance of department policy right there. He obviously doesn't understand that you have to identify when it's... Dude. Oh my God.
It's right here.
Yeah, it's right here.
I can't see.
You just joined the classic cult of cops whose names is right here.
Look.
My name is right here. Judge, my name is right here. I don't have to look at nothing.
His is bright white. His is real clean and white. I can see that thing from fucking
right here.
away.
All of you guys are named
That's
right
not hard,
here.
'cause I do
Huh?
different things. So, what is just so I can confirm your email? I'd hate for you not to get the information you want.
Well, I'm using a new one now, so we can use
Okay.
copsgoneviral@gmail.com.
COPS.
Yep, it's common spelling.
This
Cops
is
Gone
great,
Viral,
man.
Gmail.
You change your phone number or anything?
Nope. Still my company number.
You just want to confirm that with me, please?
No, you guys have that on file. I've made enough calls.
So you don't want to provide it to me?
You have my email. That's all you need. I don't expect to get a phone call saying he was found guilty. I expect to get an email with a picture of the letter so I can post it on YouTube.
All right. Anything else I need for you?
No, that sounds good.
All right. Anything else you guys need? No. That's all.
Have a good night, Pumpkin. Now, you don't see many interactions like this out of the city of Gilbert because they're rare. Officers don't normally act like this. They're a dime a dozen. When it comes to professionalism and transparency and understanding people's rights, Gilbert, the city of Gilbert and the police department of Gilbert are miles ahead of other departments that I've filmed in Arizona. Now, there's a lot of departments that I haven't filmed that I have no clue about in Arizona, but from the ones that you've seen on this channel in comparison, Gilbert's doing all right. But make no mistake, there are some seriously rotten apples in the bunch. Have a good day.
All right, so that is Direct D. The name of the video is Two Cops Become Unstable in My Presence. If you want to watch the whole thing without me talking over it, I will leave the link in the description and in the pinned comment. If you go visit him, let Direct D know that Here's the Deal sent you. I'll see you guys in the next video.